Every time I think I'm getting a handle on what's going on, things just get more complicated. It feels like we're always a step behind.
The woodsman is the only lead we've got, and he was one of the last people to see Faith alive. Getting some answers out of him will start to clear things up.
I hope you're right. Bigby, be honest with me. Who do you think did this? I know it's still early, but I just feel a step behind. It's an uncomfortable feeling.
I still think the husband probably did it.
After everything we saw?
There's still a lot of questions. We find the woodsman, figure out what he knows, and go from there.
Makes sense. That's probably the best approach.
The guys who attacked me, Dee and Dumb, they've got something to do with all this.
You think so?
I don't know how or why just yet, but if you're asking, it's a hunch.
It's an uncomfortable feeling.
The woodsman. He had the motive. He had the means.
You sound so sure that he's guilty. Well, I don't know either. That is, unless you do know and just don't want to tell me. You're exhausting sometimes.
At this point, I'm smashing a glass on that guy's head and dragging him out of there. We'll figure out the rest later.
This side of you scares me sometimes.
I don't know if he is. That's why I need to talk to him. I don't have the whole story. Maybe he has some information that can help us out.
Makes sense. That's probably the best approach. You sound so sure that he's guilty.
I think he is. But at the very least, he's guilty of hitting that girl. And coming after me with an axe. The way I see it, he's getting off light. I'm dragging his sorry ass out of there and throwing him in a cell. We'll figure out the rest later.
This side of you scares me sometimes. It's an uncomfortable feeling.
We haven't talked to him yet, but,
Tell me. I don't think anything would surprise me at this point.
I feel like Bluebeard has something to do with this.
I had the same suspicion.
I don't know how or why just yet, but if you're asking, this is his M.O. There's still a lot of questions. We find the woodsman, figure out what he knows, and go from there.
Makes sense. That's probably the best approach.
Faith was in trouble. Afraid of someone. I need to find out who. Might be whoever she was working for. There's still a lot of questions. We find the woodsman, figure out what he knows, and go from there.
Makes sense. That's probably the best approach. It's an uncomfortable feeling. I can't tell if you don't know or just won't say.